How's it going, guys? It's your boy Pro. I'm here with my guy Skrill, my boy Kevin, as he said, from Tropical Breeze Auto Spa. Um, so yeah, man, appreciate you coming through.
Appreciate you having us.
I know you thought I wasn't gonna let you sit here and
Hey,
do the
man.
podcast, but come on, man. We're for the people, and I think that everyone that comes on our show is someone local. Sometimes has it been anyone?
I
not
think
local?
everyone's been.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
for
pretty
the
much
most part.
it's local people that are like on top of their shit, doing something creatively, or
All different
if they
types
have
of
like
things,
a business or something like
Yeah.
that. So I felt like you were perfect for it, and
Appreciate you guys.
and I know every time I link up with you, like you're when you tell me about something, the story is very detailed. So
Definitely.
so I feel like
No pun
you'll do
intended.
great on the podcast.
Yeah, no pun intended.
So we'll start off with who are you? What do you do?
So I'm the owner of Tropical Breeze Auto Spa. We're a high-end luxury car detailing service. That's the foundation, and we branch it off to doing tints, wraps.
Yeah, because you
protective
even
film.
do tints at people's houses now.
Yeah, we do. We tint homes, residential, commercial buildings,
Swear.
whatever. Wrap cars, vans, commercial wraps, color change wraps. We do everything. Everything auto reconditioning wise, we do.
So you say luxury, but I don't want to confuse the listeners because I'm a customer of yours and I don't have anything luxurious like that. You be detailing Rolls
But
Royces.
you're VIP though, so
It's different. It's different.
No, it's the same
I
boat.
just don't want
Luxury,
the
VIP.
listeners thinking I'm out here in the Lambo or a car like what you be washing on the daily.
You could.
So where are you from?
So I was born in Miami, Florida, and then I moved to New Jersey for a couple of years. Then I moved to New York for a few more years, and then I moved back.
Is that where the Jersey nickname comes from?
Exactly.
All right,
Exactly.
Jersey guy.
Would you like better, Jersey or New York? Be honest, 100% honest.
I was young,
Alright.
so
Yeah.
like, what block did you like to be on better?
Yeah.
I 6th, 7th grade, I didn't really roam the streets, so I would say New York,
Okay.
just because I became an adult.
Yeah.
In New York.
New York's pretty fire. Shout out New York. So how'd you start Tropical Breeze?
So before Tropical Breeze, I was a respiratory therapist at Jackson Hospital down the block.
Yeah.
And after you working 9 to 5, working for somebody, you don't have that fulfillment and that enjoyment. And I always knew I wanted to do my own thing. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. So I used to live in Pinecrest, and there was a car wash called Supershine. I used to go over there, get my car washed, and I actually met the owner there. At that time, I didn't know he was the owner. His name's Craig. Shout out to Craig.
Shout out, Craig.
Big Craig.
I was there with my Beamer, and I had the Miami Heat license plate on there. And then he's like, "Hey, you a Heat fan?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I'm actually about to go to the game right now. That's why I need my car wash to drive, fresh over there. He goes, "Oh yeah, I'm a Heat fan too. I have season tickets too." I'm like, "All right, cool." I'm like, "Where do you sit? 300 level?" He started like chuckling, like that rich chuckle, like ha ha ha. I sit, next to the away bench. I'm like, on the floor. I'm like, oh.
Hell yeah.
And then, him and I, formed a relationship off of the
Yeah.
fact that we're both Heat fans, and then hung out, whatever. And then, when you build that relationship, you start feeling more comfortable asking personal questions. Hey, how did you start a car wash? Like, no one knows, how do you start a car wash? How do you own a car? Like,
Yeah, how'd
how
you
do you
come
even
about
get
this?
exactly? So he told me, he was probably one of the first mobile car washes in Miami back in the 80s, 90s.
Shit, man.
And then, he just worked his way up.
Yeah.
And he told me how much he made, how much like that physical location made a year. And I was like, oh. Because, you think about car washing about $10, $15. They're not making that much.
Yeah.
When you're talking about M's, it's like,
Yeah, it's like
Oh.
damn,
Different,
that shit
whole
adds
different
up.
game.
and you started by doing what? And then, he sent me some schools that actually, I didn't know that you can actually go to school
To learn how to
learn
do
how
all
to
that stuff.
detail.
Okay.
So he sent me some schools, whatever, and then I ended up, saving some money and flew to Cali, went to detailing school, and then there they showed me how much detailing can make.
Yeah.
Because, the average guy just thinks a car wash, throw some wax on it,
Yeah, I know.
your tires shine, and that's it. I didn't know about the buffing and the tinting and this and that, and I'm like, oh, you can make a lot of money. And that's a lot more money
Yeah.
than I was making
Yeah.
at the hospital. So basically, I started it, came up with a name, worked 4 days a week at the hospital, and the 3 days that I had off,
Shit,
I
so
would
you did
actually
both. That's crazy.
wash cars. So for about 2 years, I worked 7 days a week. And that's around the time I met you.
Okay, that was the
Wow.
The beginning.
That was like
beginning.
2016.
Exactly when I started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good
So
shit.
then, yeah, and then now we're here.
Fuck.
We made it.
So how
7
long
years old.
before you stopped the day job?
So, ironically, I was a respiratory therapist, and I stopped 6 months before COVID. I didn't know COVID was going to be here, but I stopped July 2019, and COVID came
March.
January
Yeah,
2020,
yeah,
actually,
yeah.
when it was a...
I feel like March was already when.
But March was when, like,
March is when it
everybody
blew
got
up.
it.
Yeah.
January was like,
Yeah, for sure.
you saw, like,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
overseas dropping and all the propaganda, but March was, like, when it hit here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I stopped.
Yeah, because I still remember in February, that's when my guys won the Super Bowl. And it was
Yeah.
still like, yo, is this thing really happening?
Who
Like,
won the Super Bowl?
Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs.
Shout out to the Chiefs.
Big shout out to the Chiefs. Tyler loves that. Shout out to
Shout out
Eagles
to
too.
Tyreek Hill. He
Shout
helped-
out to
shout
Big
out Cheetah.
Tyreek Hill.
He
Shout out
helped you
Cheetah.
win that.
I need that guy in the podcast, bro. Fuck.
I'll
That'll
see
be
what I can
huge.
do.
Hey, maybe we'll get that pop.
Let's see.
So you were just telling us about how you started Tropical Breeze. How'd you get in contact with washing and detailing all these pro athletes' cars?
So, that's a funny story.
And not to cut you off, but I asked because by the time I met you, you were already on that.
Yeah, it happened fairly quick. I want to say within 6 months.
Okay.
But it happened by mistake.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you remember I told you when I went to the detailing school, they told us, like, there's other schools to do tints and things of that nature. And at that time, I'm like, all right, I've washed so many cars a week. Let me start adding different services. So I will team up with, someone that I know how to do tints. Teamed up with him. And then I teamed up with someone that knows how to rap. Long story short, the guy that I teamed up to do tints, I would outsource him to do the job. So I would have clients that, actually, same guy that did your Beamer.
Okay, yeah.
I would outsource the work.
While you're doing other whips, they're over there.
Exactly. So he said, hey, I have this guy in Miami Beach. He knows nothing about sports. I have this guy in Miami Beach. I think he was Mark Anthony. I think he's Mark Anthony's producer.
Okay.
I'm like, and he wants his cars washed. I'm like, all right, cool. I go over there. It's Miami Beach. And I go do the cars. And this is the time Hassan Whiteside was heavy on Snapchat. So you remember he saw the OGs with the koi fish? And I saw the koi fish there. I'm like, this is not Mark Anthony's manager. I'm watching his S550. I go in the back. Huge sneakers. Miami Heat gear. I'm like, and I Googled it real quick. I'm like, wait, this is Whiteside's house. Oh, shit.
Fine.
This was at the height of Whiteside, too.
This was
Yeah,
Whiteside.
Doubles
he
with
was
the blocks.
balling out.
Triple doubles with blocks.
Triple doubles with the blocks.
Just signed the contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. And then you're
Crazy.
saying it was by mistake because the dude
Because the guy thought it was
either-
Mark Anthony's producer or something. He knows nothing about
He knew,
like
yeah.
sports. I'm like, bro. And then I'm like, yo, do you know who you just gave me? He's like, oh, I don't know. I just, I don't know. Rich black guy.
Did you
I'm
ask
like,
him
cool.
how he met him?
I didn't even care about that.
Okay,
at that
fuck
point.
it. It was written at
Yeah,
that
it was
point.
written. It was written.
Damn, that's dope as
So
fuck. Though. I
it
didn't know
basically
was
just
a-
fell in my lap.
Yeah, so from there you started with Whiteside.
From there, I started with Whiteside and then switched over to football. I think 2017, I went to one of these Heat games, and I went to one of the, I think it was Hyde Club Lounge. You ever been there?
Hyde Club Lounge? No, where's
it's
that?
Like it's like a club inside the arena.
Oh, you took me by there
Okay.
with the red staircase
I
and
did
shit. Yeah. Shout out to you.
I'm a half decent guy.
There's a bunch of TVs and shit there
you
at the
go.
bar.
And you can watch the game. I guess during halftime in 2017, I was over there, and then one of my boys was like, "Oh, that's Devontae Parker." I'm like, "Oh, shoot!" Had a couple flyers on me. Stepped up to him and said, "Hey, bro, I do detailing. I don't know if your car's washed, but I'll do it for free if you, shout me out." And then he said, "All right, cool." Took my card. I'm just over here just waiting for him to call. And I guess 2 weeks later, he called me, "Yo, can you come by and wash my cars?" I'm like, "Oh, game time." Went over there, detailed his cars, and
How many cars was it?
he had two.
Okay, so
He had
not
two.
bad.
All right, so you did it as like a marketing for Tropical
Yeah,
Breeze.
yeah. Definitely.
And this
Good
was
trade-off.
still in the beginning of
This was
the company?
2017, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so then you do that, you wash his cars, and then other athletes by nature are gonna hit you up.
Yeah, so then after that, shout out to Jordan Phillips, Buffalo Bills. He was on the team at the time, and then he hit me up. One of his cars washed. So this is the first time I ever washed an exotic car. Was Jordan Phillips. He had a Ferrari California. I didn't even know how to drive it.
Which, how is that? Like, bro, those cars are crazy bread. And then,
Mind you, when I started, I guess Whiteside's cars was, he had an S550 and he had like a autobiography range. I was doing Hondas. I think you had a Beamer, like a 4 Series, like that type of level. So I'm here.
Different ball game.
Jordan Phillips had a
jumping
freaking
up
G-Wagon, a California, Ferrari California, and some other car. I didn't know how to drive it. He's younger than me. And he had to show me how to drive it. And I was scared of like just reversing. I'm like, yo.
yeah, because sometimes you got to move the whip.
I hit a car and my company's over. Grand opening, grand closing. But
And
yeah.
how is it at the detailing school that you went to? Is it like buy the type of car, or are they like, yo,
No, they
if
just-
you want to learn to wash
No,
Lambos and
it's
Ferraris,
just
or you just
it's
treat
a process. Yes.
Okay.
You treat every car. You treat the Kia the way you would do.
because the materials in those supercars like that are completely different than like,
but
what's in our shit.
the Tropical Breeze we use industrial stuff. We don't go to
Yeah, you're not going
Pep
to Auto
Boys or
Boy,
Auto Boys,
AutoZone
yeah,
and
and-
shit.
not that is bad, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the
real
same.
deal.
we know what's going on.
So you mentioned 6 months in, you did your first like athlete.
That's first athlete.
Would you say it was like 6 months, and right when that happened, it took 6 months for you to realize it was going to take off, or before then you already knew?
I already know.
Okay, so yeah.
Remember, this guy was making a lot of money just washing cars. Imagine detailing. I already knew it, just how far I had to push it. And
So off rip, good shit.
Yeah, and then I mean, as after I met you, time's passing. First year, second year, it felt like any Heat player that was on the team, it was like within weeks you were already doing business with them.
from that. Oh, so back to the Jordan Phillips story. He hit me up and said, "Hey, I have some guy from the Dolphins going to call you." I said, "All right, cool." I don't know if it was a freaking janitor. I don't know if it was a coach. I don't know if
Yeah, could've
it
been
was Ross himself, Steven Ross, the owner. Ended up being my boy Eves. He's a player engagement personnel. So he handles everybody's like nutrition or like with any haircuts, car washes, whatever. He does everything for the players' services. He called me and said, "Hey, Jordan Phillips gave me a number, and we're actually looking for a new car wash guy or detailer to wash all the players' cars, and we're looking for maybe a potential partnership."
Ooh, fire.
I was in the hospital when I got that call, working. I left, went outside, called my mom. Heart was beating.
Yeah.
Like, what do I do? Should I quit right now? Like, no, just relax. I'm thinking, I need employees now. I'm going to wash all these players' cars.
Mind racing.
But yeah, that's how it was. And then
It's a good problem to have.
That was a good problem, but it's scary.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I'm over here,
They gave you a total amount of cars, or they just said, because it's a 53-man roster.
So basically, how we had it set up was every home game Friday, the players would have to write down who wanted to be on board with the car washes.
Okay.
And then they'll give me a list the night before, and then I make sure my personnel.
And what's the most you've washed in?
I think we mostly washed 25 cars.
Okay, in one shot. On
one
a
shot.
Friday.
And it's crazy because in the old, they'll literally practice right where we're washing cars. So we actually literally see them practice.
The one in Davie? The one in Nova?
Davie,
Okay.
while I'm washing the cars.
Yeah, and it's 25 cars. That's gonna take some time, man. Because you're not just washing inside and out.
remember,
And all
this-
nice cars for the most part.
Yeah. Some of these guys
decent,
are they
yeah.
telling you hey, I want it ceramic coated, or were you offering those
Yeah.
things?
I had the packages, and they would just say, "Hey, I want this package, that package." So I knew more or less which services to do.
So that's dope. That was how it started. Them officially, you had the Dolphins.
The Dolphins first, yeah.
And then what? Eventually, you did Miami Heat.
Then a lot of
partnership?
Miami Heat players, shout out to James Johnson, Deion Waiters, the old crew.
Duncan Robinson. You brought him to the store.
Yes,
Yeah,
Not a bad
I was
guy.
like, damn, bro, Duncan Robinson just
I did do that.
got picked up by them or whatever.
Yeah, Duncan
It
Robinson.
was his first year, and then you were like, yo, I'm gonna bring him by, man. Tell him about their store.
Yeah.
And then you actually brought him through.
I had Duncan in the hood.
I've seen that guy just randomly walking in Brickell.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, that's Duncan Robinson.
Shout out to Duncan. Tyler, Jimmy, Bam, list goes on.
Good shit.
Yeah, by now you've washed pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
Spo?
I actually gave Spo my flyer on US1 in Coconut Grove, and like I heard about you, and then yeah, that's kind of where it just ended. Right
Soon, hopefully.
there. Hey, he heard about me.
Yeah, it's good.
So getting to the point where now you're officially doing partnerships with these big teams.
Unofficial,
Yeah, but still, like you're still.
but yeah, I'm the,
Official.
I'm the go-to
business
guy.
on with
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
the the
Yeah,
dude that they think
yeah,
of first
yeah.
and things like that. And I'm pretty sure to this day, there's players in that locker room still finding out.
Definitely.
Oh, the
Yeah,
dude
'cause
that
every-
washes my car is Kevin, man. Hit him up.
Exactly.
So how would you? What would you say that process was like getting to that moment there? Still working as a respiratory.
A respiratory therapist.
Yes.
It was. Damn, I'm trying to go back into I'm so many years removed from that. I'm trying to
Yeah,
go back
the
to how I felt.
grind.
I just remember being stressed all the time.
Yeah.
But like like you said, a good problem.
Yeah.
Because your reputation can be damaged with one bad wash. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like
Or you could fuck up someone's car.
exactly,
Yeah, if you're not like paying attention to what
exactly.
You're
So I'm trying to think of the emotion that I had back then. I mean, I was happy, but then it was like stress. Like, damn, I want to bring my A game every day. You know,
The stress of making sure you're on point.
exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what like set the bar.
And imagine you're working 7 days a week.
Yeah.
so not to put you on the spot or anything, but who's your favorite athlete that you've worked with so far?
All right. So when you say favorite, because I have personal relationships with 95% of them.
Mm-hmm. And by favorite, I mean like the experience. Maybe one of them had a crazy car you washed. I know you've done the wrap jobs for LaMelo's cars. Like,
Yeah.
the relationships are different. So,
Yeah.
by favorite, it could be
I'm trying to pick.
it could be one that you do his cars and
Okay,
the crib.
I'm gonna answer this. I'm gonna answer that question like this: who I have the closest relationship to, I think, will be James Johnson.
Okay, yeah, and the longest one too.
The longest and the closest. Even though I watched Whiteside's cars before, but it was a year that he didn't talk to me.
Okay,
I was just to help. He walked
Yeah.
by right by me.
It was more
Not
like
saying anything,
business.
It's just business. But
Yeah.
now him and I are like this.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah, because that's one thing, bro. Like, I see famous people in general, not
Yeah.
just athletes. They go to these stores and it seems like, nah, they actually have like a relationship with
Yeah,
these people.
exactly.
And it's like, it's different.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, here we get some, high name people that come through. And some of them, you'll see them more than once, more than twice, more than 4 times. So, like, the relationship's a little different.
Yeah.
But with others, it's like the first time they come, it's like, damn, that person.
I'll put
was-
Devontae Parker in there too.
Okay.
James Johnson, Devontae Parker. Probably
James
the
Johnson,
closest
Devontae.
relationships I have. And the craziest cars would have to be LaMelo.
Yeah, you wrapped a Ferrari for him.
Yeah.
And I think a Rolls.
Ferrari, Rolls, Maybach truck, Ferrari
And
a
he
couple
goes
times.
crazy with it too.
Yeah,
He does
crazy
like,
colors.
Yeah, probably crazy. Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
he does like these crazy
Shout out
raps
to
and
Melo.
shit.
Yeah.
And I think you were telling me like the story of how you linked up with him. How you might know tell that to
So-
listeners.
So it ties in with that Spoelstra thing. I guess Spoelstra didn't call me because a few months after I gave him my flyer, I made a personal decision to move.
That's the timer for the
Oh, that's
yo.
what it
We
is?
gotta go
Oh,
and break in.
I gotta go. It's like a game show. I'm sticking.
It's like the UFC.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
wood
yeah.
clapping.
I made a personal decision to move to Charlotte, and then how did that Melo thing? I moved to Charlotte.
Yeah, you were out there for a couple.
I was
of
out there
years.
for I was out there for 8 months. It seemed like
Oh, okay.
I took over.
You were in
Charlotte.
love. You were in love.
I was
too.
in love. Shout out to the ex.
You're a better man than me.
Back to the story. Yeah, so I went out there for 8 months, and then I just took all the practices that I did here. And just did
Over
in Charlotte.
there.
So I hit up all the players, DM'd all the players.
That's probably why I thought it was like a couple of years. Because
Yeah,
bro,
nah, I killed.
within a
I had
couple
the-
months
had the
time, you were watching all their
Carolina
moves.
Panthers, a couple Hornet players. Did Michael Jordan's car.
Shit, nice.
Um,
What car did he have?
he had a Urus.
Oh, okay. Just the years.
Yeah. Actually, Melo and I don't know if I can say it, but Melo and Jordan live in the same building.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's like a crazy building, right?
Yeah, it's like a building.
Oh yeah, there's that video of the kids that are waiting for Melo downstairs, and they're like, "Wait, nah, that's Michael Jordan."
Yeah,
They're like, "Wait,
and he wanted the autograph. He was like, "Get out of here, kids."
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like a building with like four or five stories, and they all live in a story.
Yeah, the apartment is the entire story.
There's a whole
of
like
the
floor
building.
there, like a
crazy.
suite, like a hotel. Like,
And then there's only like 5 people that live in the building
Yeah.
or some shit like that. Some crazy shit. Some fucking wealthy shit.
Shout out to them.
But yeah, you linked up with LaMelo and then
one of my boys, who owns a car dealership, Roman Champion Motors. Shout out to him. He reached out to me to fix a wrap on Melo's tennis ball green. Yours, you seen that?
no.
So sounds like that would be
some crazy like the
I
color of that
remember
leaf blower.
the photo you sent me of the
actually,
type of wrap.
I think I've seen.
Yeah,
that.
It's like a glossy, like
it's the same color as that
Yeah,
leaf
yeah.
blower. Yeah. So he reached out to me and said, "Hey, I seen your work. Can you come fix something on the car that I was lifting?" And then he introduced me to Melo's manager, and then I went over to check it. And Melo happened to be right there. I'm like, "Oh, okay, this is happening quick." And him and I built a relationship, and I've done all his cars, wrapped all his cars. He actually sends me his cars from Charlotte. I wrap it here and I send it back.
Damn.
Oh, so he'll pay for transport and everything.
I'll pay for transport, but we get it done.
Hey, that's good business right
for
there.
sure.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a break and then we'll be back with the second half of the podcast.
We're back.
All right, man. Nice break there. Got to FaceTime our boy Haywood. Shout out Haywood Highsmith from Miami Heat. I'm
And
sad-
Shula.
and
Shout out
Shula.
Shula.
Shout out Shula.
I'm sad that the Miami Heat did my boy like that the other night. That wasn't cool.
Who's your boy?
LeBron.
Oh,
LeBron.
The Lakers are ass.
That's neither here nor there. There's a long season ahead of us. I'm not worried. Tyler's not worried. Anthony Davis isn't worried. So I wanted to ask you, what's next for Tropical Breeze? What's something that you're either working on or what are you plotting on over there?
Nah, I'm plotting on definitely getting a physical location
Oh, okay, fire.
shop.
Here in Miami.
Here in Miami. Actually, before I left to Charlotte, there was actually a space 2 blocks down.
You told me.
Yeah, that I was gonna get probably like a physical location.
And what, you want to carry products, sell it,
No,
offer,
basically,
or just straight up detail whips? And
detail, wraps, tints, just have a place for someone to go. 'Cause like around here in Brickell,
yeah.
it's hard to find a spot to wash cars because everybody lives in the high rises and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and then there's no space on the street to be doing
Exactly.
that.
Shit, anywhere around here too. Wynwood, nothing.
That's
There's
what
just
I'm
that
saying, yeah.
self-service right there on.
there's a lot of cars, there's a lot of money down here. So
Definitely.
to cater to
Yeah,
that.
and then it gives you the option of having them either drop off the car there or you pick it up
Exactly.
and take it there.
And actually, store cars. And a lot of people like to
You
travel.
could tighten the side of it.
Right. Oh yeah, a lot of people like to travel. So I was thinking about getting a shop where I could like store cars and
Definitely.
charge a nice low.
Physical location would be big.
Yeah.
So that's definitely the play. Hopefully we get that done 2024.
God
Right
willing.
before-
God willing.
God willing. So yeah, kind of wanted to wrap that up. Probably ask you now about some sneakers.
Another thing. Sorry. I'm actually working on a partnership with these guys right here.
What's that?
My block skin. It's a sunscreen. Clear coat sunscreen.
Oh, I
They're
saw that
actually-
earlier.
It's actually
They're
sponsored
like
by
the official sunscreen
for
of
the
the
NFL.
NFL. Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw
yeah.
you post that earlier. That's
So-
fire. So I saw they make like the eye strips and shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you post about
Pretty
it.
dope. Pretty dope.
So what's your role
Clear
in
coat,
that?
too, that's fire.
With my connections and just brand
This is what I
awareness
need
and
right here.
yeah, you can have. I actually bought 2 for you guys.
Oh yeah.
Fire. Appreciate that, man.
I need this right here. This for us, Tessie. Our
Brand
type of
ambassador. Trying to get more of the blue checks.
skin. Hell yeah.
So use the product. Baseball players, soccer players, football players. You need it. Especially any away team come to Miami, you're in that sun for 4 hours.
Yep.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bacon.
Shout out to Hard Rock.
Shout out to Hard Rock.
That stadium design is criminal.
It's crazy.
insane.
Yeah.
Criminal.
fucking
That shit's criminal.
It's crazy.
Man. Those athletes are dying over there.
Bro.
Yo, Shout out Stefan Diggs. That guy's been to the store numerous times.
Stefan
When you
Diggs.
dap that guy up, he's a fucking brick wall.
Yeah.
You saw him out there in that sun?
I saw him.
He was dead. Hell, that stadium's criminal, man. So we gotta get the NFL to look into that.
Nah, keep it
To that build. That shit's crazy. You're just there baking.
Bro.
120 degrees.
You remember
or some
when
shit.
AB, the only game, well, the first and only game he played with the Patriots,
AB?
Antonio Brown.
Nah, I don't remember that game.
Well,
The one he scored.
the
yeah,
one
he
he scored,
and
yeah,
jumped in the
yeah,
crowd.
he was my client too. So, like flex. Well, I don't know if it's a flex anymore. Maybe 4 years ago.
He's
but
a
it was
legend.
flex.
He's a rapper now.
Shout out AB.
Shout out to AB.
Big AB.
Oh yeah, so I went to the game, and I got tickets behind the Patriots.
Oh, no,
and I didn't realize.
no.
I learned that day.
Yeah.
I couldn't sit through the game.
You fucked up. And you're a Dolphins fan, so that's just even worse.
I didn't care about that. The sun was like a million
Yeah,
degrees.
it's bad.
My skin was melting. I wish
There's
I had
actually a
that.
website that I use whenever I go to the games that tells you what sections. Like you put your ticket, it'll tell you today
Yeah,
you're
the
gonna
sun
get hit
will
by
be
the
there.
sun.
Oh, hell
It'll
yeah.
tell you where it'll stop.
Yeah, because like I'd be wanting to
bad.
sit lower level,
Yeah, yeah.
but then
The
'cause
tickets
of
are
that
always
sun-
cheaper on the visitor side, always. So
For a reason.
Yeah,
1,000%,
it's
it's
down.
bad. It's horrible.
So yeah, I'm working with that, and hopefully I'm putting this in the universe. Rick Ross and I do a collab. He has a line called Slippery Slope. Sorry, Slippery Soap. Auto care products,
Nice.
soaps, ceramic coating, waxes, things of that nature, and we've been in contact. So hopefully,
I saw you move quick on that.
yeah.
Like I saw the advertisement for it one day, and then the next day you're already posting on your story,
Yeah,
and then the next
'cause
day you and him,
He
you
just
and Rick
DM'd me
Ross are
today.
following
We're
each
gonna
other.
link.
Okay.
Literally
After
3
you
words.
saw your post,
We gon' link. GON link. And I was like, all right, what's up? I'm waiting.
Right,
I've been waiting years
what's
for this.
Next. Yeah, hell yeah.
That's dope.
And then I just, it's been
Yeah,
back
Ross
and
doing
forth.
everything now. Shit.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm never there.
Yeah.
He's doing a lot. That guy, even for someone that's already making hella bread, he's just saying, nah, I need more.
It's crazy.
Can't stop, won't
Crazy.
stop. So yeah,
Sneakers?
sneakers.
Sneakers. I used to be a crazy sneakerhead.
How old were you when you first like officially got into sneakers?
No,
maybe
how-
bought your own shoe.
How old was I? I was probably whatever how old fourth graders are.
All right, so like 9 years old then.
About 9 years old. I remember really loving the answers and the questions by Iverson.
That's a classic.
Classic. Which one? The answers? The one white, gold, and black.
I think the questions are the ones that
Questions
we
with the
have
red-
now,
the white, red, and-
mid ones, and then the answers are like those lows with
Oh
the
yeah, so
little.
it was the answers. I remember it came in like white, black, and gold, and underneath the shoe had like it was just amazing. I was like, yo, this shoe was crazy, and I just fell in love with it. And then of course the Jordans and all that stuff. After that,
So it started originally with the Iverson.
that's the first shoe that just wowed me. Just
Yeah.
looking at it, because I was in privilege. I like shopped at Payless.
Yeah.
Yeah, you took it how it came. Wherever you could. It's like when I would be at the store as a Jew with my OG, and she's like, "I'm not buying you those
No,
forces.
definitely,
I'm getting you
definitely,
the
definitely.
2 for 60 or the."
I think that's
fucking-"
how all sneakerheads like.
That's how it started. Like the origin story.
Yeah.
You couldn't afford it, and then when you could afford it, it's like, all right, I'm going ham
Yeah.
and getting everything.
All right. So, growing up, what was your favorite shoe?
My favorite shoe, I can tell you right now.
And it didn't have to be a shoe
I
that you had.
have
you
3
get me?
favorite shoes. Remember the East Bay?
Yeah.
Yeah, the magazines.
I used to circle, for some reason, the Pippins.
Which one?
I don't know which ones.
The ones that say air, the up
Those.
tempo.
Yeah. Yes.
Tempos. Yeah.
Up-tempo. I used to always circle it and like put it underneath my pillow like the 2 fairies would give me money for it. I remember those, the answers.
Yeah.
My favorite sneaker of all time, I don't know why, is the Cool Gray 4s.
Cool Grade 4 is
Those are my
fire.
favorite sneakers.
Yeah,
What year
those
is
are
it?
hard.
Those came out
04, I think, originally.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are my favorite. I don't know.
Yeah,
Those are hard.
I don't know about
for
sneakers
sure.
anymore. That's
Yeah.
probably not a cool
And then
sneaker.
they
Is
brought
that a
out
cool
back
sneaker?
out-
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
still hot
yeah,
shoe.
yeah.
Fours right now are
4s are hitting for sure.
definitely the hot.
And
Took
also, it's
over
funny
the
that
ones.
you asked that. The up tempos, they brought them back out in 2016.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
2020.
And that's when
2020
I
they
bought
also
it.
did.
That's
And
crazy.
they blew up in price, bro. Like they were like cheap at first.
Yeah.
Retail's
And then-
$200 now, I think, or 180, almost $200.
And then out of nowhere, they were like $400,
Yeah.
and we're like, damn, no way that shoe's selling for
I
that.
remember that's when I bought it. I'm like, oh, I can.
Yeah.
And I remember saying I used to circle these sneakers, and I bought it. I felt like
Did you
I never
ever-
wore them. I just had it just to say I bought it.
That's crazy. How that
I guess that's a
works.
sneakerhead.
Yeah.
mentality,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I guess when I was younger, I do things like that. Like, but then as I got older, I'd be like, yo, why have I had this for so long and I haven't used it or anything?
You know what's crazy?
So now I just destroy.
You're the only
everything.
person that ever gave me sneakers.
That gave you sneakers?
Not like borrow. You know, you used to borrow.
Yeah.
Shout out for that. You gave me the Yeezys for my
From
birthday.
the sneaker fairy.
Did I get
You
in
were the
trouble?
sneaker fairy in this scenario.
In this
yes.
scenario,
Yeah.
I'm the sneaker.
Shout out the sneaker fairy.
Shout out the sneaker fairy.
Oh, the bunnies too. Those are my favorites too.
The
Bunny
eights.
eights.
Bunny eights.
That's a classic. For
yeah,
sure.
yeah. I have both.
Shout
of
out the doctor, our boy Griot. He loves fucking Jordan eights. Yeah, that guy can't get enough of
them.
him.
You've always had this?
Yeah.
That shoes hanging. Yeah.
I've never noticed until
We had
today.
a few like here.
We had a few that were stolen actually. Terrible.
Let's not get into that.
Terrible story. I don't know why they would steal them. If they were
We'll tell you.
Wait, they stole those?
like
worn
a display shoe.
display shoe?
Yeah.
And the kicker, the shoe was fake.
Wow.
So like it's just nothing good came out of it. But yeah, it's the first time you noticed that.
I've never.
Yeah, yeah.
I've always just came in and just went straight.
Yeah. Before we used to have like the crate display, and we had this like more pairs in the crates and shit like that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm proud of your growth, bro. I
Thank you,
remember.
man.
I remember being in the Hialeah store. It was like kind of tight, like a closet.
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely
When we first met, which by the way, I hit you up because my boy Andy V was telling me, yo, my boy Martin gets his car washed by this dude that pulls up and details it, does the whole nine.
Yeah.
And
Shout
then
out
I
to
got
Martin.
your number from Martin.
I remember that.
Yeah, you remember
Mr.
Martin.
Mr. Swole.
Mr. Swole, yeah. He loves the gym and shit. Shout out Martin.
I was at
But
Twin Peaks
yeah.
with him the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing his thing, man. He's into the real tea stuff now and still in the gym like a madman. Cool dude, though, for sure. But yeah, he put me in contact with you, and then you would pull up to the shop, watch the whip over there, and then my crib and shit like that.
Dope.
But yeah, man. And as you grew, like, you didn't switch up.
I feel like we grew at the same time. Like I would do this, and then you're like, "Oh, I'm moving to Wynwood,"
yeah.
and then you had that store popping. And
Then
now
you saw this
one.
store from the beginning.
When it first came, like a couple shirts, and then when everybody started buying the throwback or retro, I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, vintage.
Yeah,
vintage.
stuff.
There you go, vintage.
Yeah, because in the beginning, we didn't even have
And then you
this
guys
store.
were like doing cards.
Yeah,
at
we
one
did the
point.
sports card stuff. And then you'll pull up back here,
Back
watch
there,
the
watch
whip
the
over
cards.
there.
Yeah, so
And yeah,
it's
man,
dope.
even to this day, I be telling people, oh yeah, my boy washes cars, and they might hit you up like Jordan, or they might never hit you up. I don't know. People be on some shit. But
I remember like venting to you, and you'll tell me your stories, and
yeah, like, and you'll tell me, yo, pull up here. I'm here. I'm at this person's birthday. I'm like, I'm not going over there, man. But that's one thing about this guy, bro. He fucking networks his ass off, bro.
definitely.
3 weeks ago, you're at the Dolphins game. Then you're hitting me up like, oh, yo, I linked up with Tyreek Hill's mom at the game.
Yeah,
We're going to watch the Dolphins game at Twin Peaks.
I linked up with Floyd Mayweather at the Lakers game.
Fire. Oh, recently.
Like 2 days ago.
2 days ago. Yeah. You're always, bro. Always fucking networking. And then
That's
it's
the
like.
formula, bro. That's what got me here.
And he's
it
like,
works.
he's quick with it too. It's from one day to the next.
You know
like,
why?
yo.
Because I approached him like, you guys getting your cars washed anyway, so why not with me?
Yeah, why not?
Like,
yeah.
like, hello.
Which like what you're doing.
I don't
now,
do it timidly anymore. It's just straight, yo, I'm that guy. You're that guy.
Let's link. Let's fucking.
You own
collaborate.
cars, I washed them. Let's make it happen. Yeah, easy.
So, growing up into sneakers and stuff like that, did you ever think your career path would have went the way that it did?
No, I didn't know until I went to that car wash. Wait, what are you talking about?
Like being when you were younger, like for me, right? Growing up collecting sneakers, I used to tell myself, "Damn, this is like a little business, buying and reselling of the shoes."
Also, but when I'm much older than you.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess
by a
back.
couple years, yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 33.
I'm not that much. I
I'm
thought I
old.
was much.
I'm up there.
3 years older than you. So not, but they weren't doing that much.
The reselling thing wasn't a thing. That's
No, it
why I'm
wasn't.
like, yo, this is like a
Yeah,
business. I didn't
yeah.
treat it that way.
I think you guys kind of like help
Yeah, it's
push that
definitely
way. I won't say
stayed
you guys
in
are
the.
pioneers, but you guys are like in the first.
Yeah, for what we did, it was like there wasn't many of these type of stores
Like
around
consignments and all that stuff.
Yeah,
we were,
they had
We were the
Like,
first ones. Like
that's what I'm
going
saying.
hard.
Like,
we were the ones actually
that
doing
like
the shit.
consistently stayed around. And
Exactly.
There were some, but they closed
They
down.
closed down,
and shit
yeah.
like that.
Or they stole people's shit.
Yeah, they
But
closed
to
down.
answer your
so-
question, with a career in sneakers, I just collected them. And
Okay, you didn't do the whole reselling.
I didn't do the
You just
resale.
like,
I just was like really like thinking about the kids that used to make fun of me when I used to wear the Payless sneakers. I'm like, you know what? No one's ever gonna make fun of me because I'm buying all these sneakers. I used to work at Finish Line. That was my first job actually.
oh, fire. I used to work at Finish Line in like '08.
You know Joe?
Joe who?
Joe LaPuma from
Oh, yeah, you told me that like you
from
went to
what's
school
his name?
with
What's
him
his
or
name? What's his name?
Complex.
From
Yeah.
Complex.
Sneaker shopping.
No, he was my manager at Finish Line
Oh, okay.
back in
Which one did you work at?
in Long Island.
Oh,
From Long
Oh,
Island.
this is in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I actually remember him telling me, "Yo, I'm leaving Finish Line because Complex is giving me what's that called? Not when you get paid, you don't get paid for
Internship?
it. Internship. There you go. Internship at Complex. And now he's freaking
Yeah,
Runs
now
that
that shit's
place,
huge
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They hit us up when we were at the Hialeah store, but they wanted it to be for like some chick that was a 6.5.
Hey, let me know. I can
It
make
was
that happen.
done. We didn't have like little
No, we
kid
didn't have any
sizes
kid
back
sizes
then,
at
bro.
that
We
time.
only really had
no,
like
but I'm
men's
saying, just let
size.
me know if I need to.
Yeah, we need that for
I
sure.
can get
Yeah,
that
for sure.
That'll be
for you.
dope.
We
Especially
networking
now,
out
like
here.
the type of store we have now,
That's what I'm
it's
saying,
different.
yeah.
Back then, you remember the Hialeah store?
Yeah,
That shit was
yeah,
small.
yeah.
And,
Dope. So yeah,
feel
no,
like
I never really resold it. I just collected it.
okay, it was more like just collecting and never sold them. Because I feel like a lot of the people that we do bring on the podcast, a lot of them ended up reselling
Yeah,
sneakers.
at some
like,
point, yeah.
It was just kind of like went hand in hand. Where like you will go
I
to
sold sneakers,
yeah.
but like
But not like,
Yeah.
yeah.
for Finish Line and Foot Action and Foot Locker.
Yeah,
Worked at all those stores.
That's reselling.
Like
Like if you
I
were
was
to
working for the company selling sneakers. I didn't.
Oh,
buy
I get
it.
what you mean.
You get what
Nah,
I'm
that's
saying?
just your
Like I
employee.
was selling
there.
like
Yeah,
insoles
nah,
and
nah, nah.
sneakers and
I'm talking about like
Yeah, no, not
we
reselling, yeah.
collect the
Yeah, no,
sneakers
never
and
did
sell
that.
them and shit like that.
As
Kinda
of
like-
right now, so you don't collect no sneakers now? Like,
I have
you still got
I have
some
sneakers
shit.
I haven't worn ever. Does that make me a collector?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's collecting. Even if you were to wear them, that's still like
I'm
your
just
sneaker
I'm
collection.
not big anymore on like the Jordans. I had like a big Yeezy phase.
Yeah,
Remember
you would
that?
always say,
I
I need
had, like,
these
every
Yeezys
Yeezy.
in 9.5.
I think.
Yeah.
Bro, I wear the same sneakers to go to work. I have a lot of sneakers.
Yeah.
I just
A lot. I feel like
I'm
as
one of
you
those.
get
If I like it, I'll
older,
buy it.
Yeah.
And I might not even wear it.
A
Just
lot
like,
of
I
us
like
are
those,
in that
so.
same cycle.
Yeah.
Like you work 5 days out of the week. Here we get to like wear our sneakers.
Yeah. Like
to
when I go
work
to the
and
store,
shit.
when I go to your store and I look at sneakers, I'm like, damn, those are nice. But I'm like, am I
Yeah,
really
you're
gonna
like,
wear them?
Realistically,
Never
you
gonna
maybe wear them once or twice out
I think
of
if
the
I
week.
outfit, wear it, and then after that,
that's
it's
it,
like,
yeah.
let me put it away because I don't want to get it messed up.
Twice a year type shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I guess that's it, right? We could wrap things up. We got into sneakers a little bit.
Besides having the physical location in the future that you want to do, is there any other like dream partnership or anything that you might want to do in the future? Something you have your eyes on?
I mean, I'm really looking
Or the
forward.
Ross stuff too.
I'm looking forward for the Ross. I remember writing to DJ Khaled back like in 2016. I emailed him. Never
Old school,
responded.
send them an email.
You know, Shula, talk to Shula, try to, get in where I
Yeah.
fit in, but
Shout out
if it-
Shula.
shout out Shula.
It'll happen,
Yeah, it'll happen. I just, do my own thing and whoever I can partner with and grow their company, help
Yeah.
grow my company, make it all work together. That's it.
For sure.
Yeah, maybe it'll be like the Whiteside scenario where like when you least expect it.
Exactly.
boom.
And that's
The next
kind
day.
of how it
That's the way for
happens.
to
Yeah.
happen, for sure.
I feel like that
Genuinely,
happens like
it's
that
out of
for a
nowhere.
lot of people.
Yeah.
Or like you least expect it, or sometimes it's like who you know and shit like
There's a
that.
little bit of both. Like if you put your mind to it,
Yeah.
and, like force the issue, it can happen. But then sometimes it just happens that it falls in your lap when you least expect it.
What's the saying? Like luck and opportunity happens at the same time.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah, yeah,
Perfect scenario.
yeah. Yeah,
Gotta take it how it comes for sure.
definitely.
Sure. You want to plug your stuff? Let everybody know where they can find you.
Plug your
You can
pages.
find me at on Instagram,
Yeah.
Tropical Breeze Auto Spa.
If they want to get stuff done, they just hit you on there.
Hit me up on there or visit the website www.tropicalbreezeautospa.com. And that's about it.
Fire.
Hey
Appreciate
man,
you guys having me.
Appreciate you.
appreciate
being
you
on.
coming through. Brought your boy, brought us some gifts too.
Sir.
Appreciate that.
Thank you, man.
And
One of my boys,
what's
Vincent
this?
Taylor,
What's this?
plays for the NFL too. He has his own company, Forever Grateful.
Clothing brand, Forever
Clothing brand.
Grateful.
Yep. I bought you guys some goodies.
Oh yeah, some merch. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Look at Kelvin. He loves that
Smiling,
shit.
look at him.
He likes when I don't forget.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, man. Hey, shout out to Forever Grateful. Appreciate you guys for the tea. Keep me in your prayer. The back of this goes hard. Keep me in your prayer. Follow, like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. On the Daily Pod, it's your boy Pro. It's my guy Skrill. Tessie's back there.
See you guys
Shout
next
out
time.
Kelvin. This is my boy Kevin. Shout out Tropical Breeze. Appreciate you coming on, man.
That's your boys. Thank you.
All right, we're out.